Hey, what is up everyone? It's the guy here and welcome to a new series. This is going to be a Minecraft Let's Play of the mod pack TerraFirmaRescue. It's a mod pack that mainly combines three major mods, TerraFirmaCraft, GregTech, and Advanced Rocketry. The whole thing to make a very realistic experience of Minecraft, but also a very difficult experience. For those of you who know or have played these mods, you might be thinking, isn't that crazy? You're combining two of the most difficult mods out there. Not in terms of raw difficulty, perhaps. There are some out there that are more difficult in terms of just ability to survive, but these are the realistic kinds. I'm not a fan of magic, I like tech a little better, so that's what I'll be focusing on here. Excuse the lag a little bit. I'm recording on a laptop because I don't really have a PC right now, but we'll make do. Anyways, that's what we're going with. So yeah, it'll be a difficult challenge, but I think it'll be something that might be interesting to see how long we survive. Oh yeah, and I'm going to be playing in hardcore mode. Alright, so while the game loads, I'm going to talk a little bit about the rules that will go with this series. So obviously it's going to be a pretty tough mod pack, but we're going to be playing in hardcore mode, which means that if I die, well, that's the end of the series and end of the world. So got to be careful to not die at all. I'm also going to be turning on expert mode for the recipes, which means that certain recipes will be more difficult to obtain. So that'll be another extra factor for the difficulty ramp here. And the final rule is that I won't be collecting any of the quest rewards. So usually when you complete the quests, you get certain rewards. I'm not going to collect any of those. I'm going to be completing the quests just to aid the way through as I go later on into the series, if I survive that long and get to parts where I'm not familiar with. And also just for completion, to keep track of how far I'm progressing. But those are the rules for the series. It's going to be quite tough, but it'll be a fun challenge to play with. All right, we've spawned in. Let me get everything set up here. GI enable. This will enable that little screen, the data up in the right, and then let me do, it was opening up. So there's a way to make this harder. FTB mode, yep, set experts. This will take some time and it'll lag a little bit, but this will just make the recipe is a little more difficult because this is going to be the ultra hardcore, so make all that difficult so that way you can't just smelt sand into glass. You have to actually make quartz sand and all that. Anyways, set this up and see you guys in a few minutes. Alright, the updates are done. That took quite a few moments, and sometimes the game will freeze, but that's perfectly normal. So the first thing I'm going to do is just toss this book out because I can open up quests with the tilde key under the escape. That's what I've set it to, so I don't need to carry around that book. We'll be going through all of this in a little bit, but for now I'm going to go and collect some sticks. These are very important early on, and over here actually, since we spawned next to salt water in the ocean, this could be useful. Some of the reeds here, it's not called sugarcane here, so they're just reeds. Sugarcane is a different thing, but here we have some seaweed, and this is going to be important because seaweed drops food, which is going to be important since I don't want to starve. This is hardcore after all. So I'm going to collect a little bit of this, and I'll explain some of the more nuances here. But so, assuming you have knowledge of Minecraft itself, this is different in a few important ways. So the first thing is, you're not just going to be able to walk up to a tree and punch it down. It's not realistic. So what you gotta do is collect sticks from the ground or by punching leaves. And you'll need to collect some stones from the ground. They look like sort of these rocks that are on the ground. There's also this too from a different mod from GregTech, but I'll leave that be for now as something else. Anyways, I'm collecting this so we can make stone tools. Wood tools don't quite make sense here. And here we have port box. I'm just gonna mark this down so we can come back to it later. core, bauxite ores are pretty important. So I'm going to have it turned off, but I'm going to have it in the map just in case I need it. Haven't had to go to bauxite, which is, I believe it's aluminum. But so what we got to do, let's look through a few of our quests first. When we come in here, if you're playing this, you might want to read through all the quests, but as per stated by the rules for this playthrough, I am not going to be using, I'm not going to be getting anything from the quest book. So all rewards I'm just going to not collect. But here it's just walking through some of the intro stuff, so I'm going to click right through, but you can read that. I'll tell you about setting the game mode difficulty, so that's pretty important there. I'm going to trade these apples in since they're pretty useless, but I'm not going to collect the rewards down there. This will tell me things about other mod packs. You see there's rewards for tomato, talking about servers, and then other things here, but I'm just going to click right through this. And click right through here. That's some storyline. The story is basically that you're sort of far in the future. Oh, here we go. Here's the real one you need to know. So rocks and sticks. I've already got that, so I can complete it there. But so what we got to do. Okay, so the basic story is basically that you sort of crash landed at this planet, which is surprisingly Earth-like. But you're starting from scratch, basically. Stone Age. No rocket inside for some reason. It explains a little bit in the story, but I won't go too much into it because time is precious. I need as many resources as possible, so I'm going to head... Oh, that's actually... Looks like there's some kind of ore over here. Not sure what it... I'm pretty sure that's copper. I'm going to mark this down as copper ore. And come back to it later. This will be important, but not right now. Not right now. For now, I've got to head to somewhere where there's actual food, which and actual trees. Oh, okay. So this is a metal nugget. It's when you pick it up, it has some metal content that you can smelt down. This copper is really useful early on. But some of the main differences there are that. You can't punch down trees, and you can't just smelt ores in a furnace to get metals. It's a lot more convoluted, and it mimics reality a little bit more. Now, with these plants on the ground, there are different seasons, and each of them mature at different times. These ones are not quite mature yet, so if I collect this, I'll only get the seeds. I won't get any fruit. These ones, bell peppers especially, you can get green bell peppers before it's mature, and you can combine... food to combine the weights. So each of these are not items, but they're by weights in TerraFirmaCraft, so more realistic in that sense. But I'm collecting these because I've experienced a bug before where when I see the food and I come back to it, sometimes it doesn't exist anymore, so I'm collecting it just in case. But so we've collected enough stuff here. First thing you'll want to do, if I check the quest book to make sure I'm doing the right thing here, yeah, the first thing we want to do, so you'll have to make stone tools. So how do we do that? Our crafting table here, we can't make a crafting table yet, that's a little later on, and you can't really craft with 4 slots, so what do? If you have 2 stones or rocks, at least 2 in your inventory slot, and then you right click, bam, you get this GUI with 5 squares. Now, I've memorized them, but you can search them up in NEI here. But for a stone axe, you take these 2 out, and this bottom row, basically, and then 2 down here. It looks like a stone axe, right? Axe head. So this is what you get here. So let me submit that as detection. And then you take that head, put it with a stick there, and bam, you got a stone tool. It's pretty cool. Next thing, shovel, hoe, and knife blade. So let me create these. A shovel, you take down the sides here, and then 2 at the bottom, bam, shovel head. A hoe, you have to take out the top and the bottom 2 rows, and then you cut down 1, 2, 3 from the right. On the bottom, you get a stone hoe. And then a knife, you can actually create 2 knife heads by cutting down the middle, or napping is the proper term, and then you take out these 2 here. Bam, you have 2 stone knife blades. And of course, the same process of creating the actual tools, just stick them on top of sticks. Suns, it's already late in the day, so I'm going to pick up these real quick. Jute is basically going to be important for making fibers later on. I'm going to collect more of these copper, because that'll be needed. I'm actually not seeing any trees, so this run might already be dead. But I'll do my best to survive. After all, I don't have to worry about not respawning back. There's rich bauxite. Yeah, normally you might have to worry about if you walk too far, then you won't be able to respawn close to your base. But if I die, I die. So carrying everything with me, that's not too much of a concern anymore. But I do have to worry about being alive. So wander around. I think, okay, I need to find some trees first. My food is sort of going down, so let me just munch up on some of this to eat them up. Here we have chromites. I haven't had to use that yet, but let me mark this down. Chromites, nugs. That way I can keep track of where things are. Jute here. I'm just going to collect all this, and I'll plant them down later, so then I can harvest them. But for now, I'm not going to. I'm going to collect all this just in case I don't come back. I probably recommend, if you play this though, to just mark these down and come back later, because they will grow on their own into mature plants and you'll actually get something out of them. But for now, I'm just going to collect them for this run through. You can maybe treat it as one of the other hardcore rules that make this more difficult. But I'm just going to collect all plants in sight for now. And I need to find some water soon. Let's see, there's that here. Collecting more of this. So this series just started because I've been having a decent amount of fun with this. And I sort of want to do something remotely useful. Pitch blend nugs. So I want to do something on my YouTube channel that hasn't been, there hasn't been too much other activity, and I want to do something there before I get back into some of my other creative endeavors. But so this is going to be one of them. Ooh, lag spike. Apologies for that. But I'll just sort of piece this together. I can't really stream with this because it takes up a lot of resources. It's already sort of lagging as is, so you can sort of imagine how it would turn out. I'm going to stop collecting these. I already have enough. There's the first tree. So here's the thing with cutting down trees. I'll get back to this, but I might want some saplings because there's only like one here. I don't see any other trees nearby, which is kind of concerning. Yeah. But there's one thing here is that there's a lot of other tree types to be wary of. I'm just going to collect this. That's good. But so there's basically, if you know what tree feller is, it'll cut down the entire tree. So this is sort of a default, but it takes a good amount of time to cut them down with the stone axe. But like reality, when you cut it down, the tree doesn't just stay floating there. Everything sort of falls. So get all the logs there, and that'll be important for later on. But for now, I'll just collect that and sort of move on. Gotta get moving. There's more trees over there, so I really need some of that tree. Oh, there's, if you see goldenrod sticking out here, that means there's likely clay down here, although I don't see any from the GUI at the moment, so I'm gonna make that shovel and tunnel down here. One of the things about TerraFirmaRescue is that there is gravity physics applied to most things. So if I place dirt on here, you'll notice that it falls down because you have to have at least 2 blocks on the side. So 1, 2, and something at the bottom in order for it to not fall down to the side. And if you just place it floating there, it'll fall down. But clay is exempt from that. I am missing fresh water though, so I'm going to die very quickly if I don't find it. That's an issue. So it doesn't matter that I found clay. I'm going to need to find that real quick. I will be right back once I find it, or if I die. Alright, I found some fresh water. You can tell that it's fresh water by these cattails here, but you just right click with an empty hand in water and you will drink. So I'm going to have to set up base probably around here because water is important. I will actually die if I don't have water here. So another part of realistic and hardcore Minecraft. But because there's no clay nearby, I can't really dig in like a hobbit hole. So I'm gonna have to be extra careful. I might need to just cover myself up with these logs. Although, by the look of the map, it doesn't seem like mobs spawn that here. Although I see a spider over there, so Might have spoken too soon. Okay, there we go. That'll be easier to remove. That'll be a little harder, but it's going to be a little dark now. But I will explain a few things while we wait for the daytime. Actually, I think I can open up like this. But there's not much to do right now. Maybe look through some quests. But anyways, I'll explain a bit about this series then. Upload frequency. It'll be basically whenever I'm feeling bored and I'm done from work, or more accurately my internship, but after I'm done working and I'm not feeling like doing anything else that's quite productive, I'll probably be doing this, and then, you know, uploading it to YouTube. Doing something that's a little remotely useful, not just completely wasting my time, but it's also something that I think is pretty fun, and I hope more people discover the joy of this mod pack, even if it's not this ultra hardcore mode that I'm going for. So that's the upload frequency of it. I just kind of enjoy the realistic aspects of this mod pack. TerraFirmaCraft in general, but this TerraFirmaCraft is the mod that's mainly responsible for the Stone Age all the way to Iron and Steel Age, stuff like that. It's very low tech. Greg Tech is probably more responsible for that middle tier, and Advanced Rocketry obviously is going to be more of that space aspect of it. So that's why I find it pretty fun. And I have survived in previous runs just on my own up until like several chapters in. Let me take a look back here. Oh yeah, let me just check that off. So tier Arrival, that's just over here. Bronze Age, Steel, so all the way up to Steel Age, late Steel Age in the main quest line here. So I have gone that far. I died due to being negligent and letting mobs creep up on me and killing me while I was AFK, so not great there. I was also doing a hardcore mode run, but I was collecting quest rewards here, so stuff like this. I was collecting that, so it was a little less difficult run, but nonetheless, I learned a lot from it. So those are some things about the series. I hope you enjoy this series. If you want to see more of this series, then consider liking. That way I know that you actually want to see more of this. I'm trying something a little different here. No face cam, just because, I don't know, it didn't seem appropriate for Minecraft, and also probably would have made the laptop not be able to handle this recording as well. I've already had to reduce the chunks down to 7 chunks. So there we have it here. But let's take a look at some of these quests here. So more stone tools. Let me just make all these stone tools here. Stone knife, that'll be important, and a stone hoe. I'll need to start planting decently soon, but not right now. So let me get this checked off so I can move on to some other quests here. So clay, pretty important because you need to make pottery with it. That's some pretty crucial early game stuff. So I need that clay there, but I didn't have time to mark it down because I wasn't even sure I was going to survive this until I found this. So yeah, we're gonna have to wait it out. It says it's 4:04, so in a few in-game hours we'll be able to get there. We also need some trees. I can actually just detect that real. It doesn't like these logs. Yeah, so these ones are Surgeon's TFC Tech add-ons, which means it's not normal TFC, so unfortunately I don't know if I can use this for the quest, which is a little annoying. And straw. Straw is, you get that by cutting down grass, like see over there. Let me get my knife out and sort of organize my inventory a little bit. I'll need the hoe there. If I break it with that, I will get that grass. So let me venture out real quick. Damn, that was very risky. Oh, you can see gravity physics working there. Wood doesn't apply. Gravity doesn't affect wood. So stuff like that is nice for making bases and shelters like that. So not entirely realistic, but a lot more realistic than normal Minecraft would be, with you know, having to drink water and food. Oh yeah, food. Note about food. So you can see food here. It's in weight, which is, I think, a pretty neat aspect of it. You can combine it together, which is not as realistic, but it's a lot more than just having items drop by, right? And the thing about food is that it decays. If you leave it out too long, then it'll start decaying, and you can't eat the decay. And the more decay there is on there, the faster the decay will grow. Nutrition. Oh yeah, I should probably show that before daylight comes out. So if you click into the inventory, you have the normal inventory. Here you have skills, which just help out in various ways. The smithing skills, when you actually start making tools, it'll increase durability, basically. Cooking. Butchering gets you more meat per animal. And then agriculture helps out more, gets you more food, more plants per plant that you break or harvest. And then there's the time you can see here, but we can pretty much see it up here, so there's no need for that. This is your nutrition. Nutrition is pretty important. Okay, there's some Endermen, which if I don't look at them, I'll be fine. But I'll have to mark this down as fresh water. And I will probably change this mark later to my actual home. But for now, I'll mark it here. Collect this and move on. Oh gosh, I almost looked at you. That would have been a quick end to the run. Small hematite, okay. Let me mark that down. That's how it looks. Useful for iron later, but yeah, there's quite a few of that. I'm not gonna clutter up my inventory right now. What I am gonna do is just collect some of this thatch from the grass along the way. There's sugarcane here. That shouldn't despawn. I'm just gonna leave it there until it grows. Oh, there is clay. Look at that. There we go. Awesome. There's not a lot of trees though, which is kind of unfortunate. So I will look around. I don't know why the Endermen are so insistent on following me around. Cabbage, they are mature. See, you can sort of see it in the right-hand side there. But if I break this, you'll get seeds and the vegetable or the fruit. There's a skeleton there. Don't really want to deal with that. But if you put them in your crafting grid, you can combine the weights. Did not mean to do that, but I'm just gonna make another tool. It's called a Javelin. That'll be a basic throwing weapon for now. But let me eat this up, stay healthy, and gather some more of this copper. It's a little unfortunate. Oh, there's some drops from mobs. Nice. It's a little unfortunate that I spawned in kind of a bad spawn. The series may or may not last pretty long. Because, I mean, there's no trees around, and that's kind of important for pottery. You kind of need that to use as a fuel source. Now, let me just mark this down as copper nugs. So, when you see these metal nuggets on the surface, that means that there are metal ores underneath. That's how you can sort of tell early game that there's different ores there. So you want to mark these down, because if you need them, then you'll need to come back to them. And it's just important. I really hope that there are trees nearby. If not, I only have that one sapling. This is not looking like a good run here. There's bismuth. That's good. Let me mark that down. Bismuth nugs. Oh, but I'm going to go look for some trees. If it doesn't turn out that there are trees around here, we may or may not have to restart and just get a better seed, because otherwise it would be a real pain to keep playing like this. But for now, I'm gonna go look around, and if I don't find anything, or if I do, I'll cut back to it post-edit. But until then, see you in a bit. Alright, some good news. I found more trees, so might want to snag some saplings from here. But that means I'll have some wood. Bad news is it's kind of far away. If I look at the map, it's I have to travel all the way down here. So my fresh water is all the way across there. Gonna be a bit hard to get to, and I'm lacking some water right now, so I could very well die, but I need some trees, and it doesn't look like it's gonna be nice to drop any saplings, unfortunately. Oh, there we go. There's a sapling. That's good enough. One sapling per tree. I just need some logs at the moment. But let me mark this down. It's unfortunate because this is a pretty dry climate, so I don't think I'll be seeing much trees here, but let me just mark this down as trees. And make my way back. Oh, wait, might be saved. We might be saved. There's fresh water here, alright, I don't have to die of thirst. But I do need to find some clay though, because that's important for progression. Okay, this run might be able to be saved. Look at that. I did find quite a few crops back there while I was running around. You can sort of see them dotted over the landscape. I guess that's one benefit of having like such a barren landscape, but it's not great. There's also some pigs there, good for protein, and hide for making leather, which I'll show in a bit. Oh, we have plenty of pigs here. Oh, look! There is some clay, so we mine some of that. And the stone has also changed, so we might find some different things here. For now, I think what I'll do is, let me collect some of this short grass, since I don't think there'll be much of it around, and we'll need a lot of thatch later. But let me mine some of this up, yeah. And I think I'll just make my home hidey hole down in here for the first few nights. So if I dig down here, I'll just leave it like this and dig down this way. See that there's clay here. Now, if I dig under this, you'll notice that the dirt falls. But once I find a good place to dig down here, that was some lag, but if you notice here, when I dig under the clay, it holds up, so that's really good. I can build a little impromptu little base here. So that's just what I will do, because I don't want to waste any logs for trees, or a base. Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna set up camp here. Day is closing in, but we can finally progress. Clay, let me get this point down here, so unlock the pottery. So let's make a ceramic jug, that way I can carry around water and not fear for dying of hydration, which is a very real fear here. How do you make a jug? Again, I've memorized it, but take out one on the left corner, then sort of an L shape, and then you make the handle right about here. Bam, clay jug. So with clay stuff, you'll want to shift right click on the ground, and you can place down clay or ceramic, which is fired up clay. So that's what I'll be doing here. In addition to this, I will also need a good number of ceramic vessels, because this will have 4 inventory spaces, and it'll prevent food from decay, so pretty important there. What else? I will also make a pickaxe mold, because I saw some actual ores there. You can't actually craft, you can't do anything with metals, but you can put it into one of these vessels and then heat it up in what I'm about to show you here to get liquid metal, and pour it into a mold to get the head that you need for the tool. It's more realistic, more complex, but what you need here is straw. So place down 8 straw. I'll fill up there, and then you'll need 8 logs, which is why I needed logs, because it's kind of expensive. So there we go, and then you'll need a fire starter, which is just 2 sticks diagonally. You get a fire starter. There's no guarantee it'll light, but if I right click here, it'll take a little while, but there we go. There we go. Fire is started, clay is firing up, so that'll be nice. Unfortunately, I don't think I can submit these logs for that. I do have enough straw, so I'm just going to submit that for the quest here. I'm not going to do this because it's consuming thatch, and I have no supply there, so gonna wait out the night again, but this will, in about 1 in-game hour, it'll finish up. So actually, I probably don't need to cut away for right now, because in normal TerraFirmaCraft, it takes quite a while to have these pit kilns work. But I guess in this mod pack they sped it up because it'd be probably too grindy, especially considering the later mods that you have to go into. But so let me actually close up this. I don't want to die on a hardcore mode, but so This will finish up in a little bit. It'll take some time to finish up, but once that finishes up, all the clay in there will turn into ceramic, which will be nice, and I can show you what the ceramic is. But so that's why clay is very useful early on. I want to mine out some more of these and just get more clay while I'm at it. And once the light changes, I'll know that it's done. But yeah, so a difficult start for sure. Not the best. And the stone type is not terrible, but it's not great. So it's an igneous type, which means when I need to have anvils, I need to start with the stone anvil. Oh, and look, it's done. So how you pick up stuff, apologies if this is dark, but you right-click, shift-right-click, and you can pick up all your stuff back up. So your clay, pottery stuff. Let me actually get a campfire started. So a campfire, if you can't see, you toss 3 sticks on the ground and then some straw just to make it catch better, up to 3 straw. And then you right click and use the fire starter on the ground. Bam, now you have a fireplace. So I'm going to create some torches. These torches are primitive torches and they will burn out in 2 hours. Or not 2 hours, 2 in-game days. So I'm just going to create a few of these, so that way I can light up the place for the sake of the YouTubes, and also just for being able to see things. Won't prevent mob spawn too much, because A, it's kind of expensive. I already ate through a lot of my sticks. But also because once you stay in an area long enough, mobs won't spawn at all around here. Let me place down a torch. Bam, there we go. But anyways, there we go. So now we have all these ceramic jugs. Let me finish this quest here to unlock some more. After this, it looks like I might need to... Yeah, it looks like I'll need to unlock this to actually get there. But in the meantime, I'll just place this down since I don't need it. I'll mark this as my hidey hole. Use some obnoxious color that I probably won't use. No, this color, probably. There we go. And as you can sort of see, with this, these ceramic vessels, they have 4 inventory spaces. So you can't put anything in there. Like, for example, these things that are... It shows the weight and the size for most TFC, Terraformer Craft items. So things that are small in size or very small, you can put in these vessels. So like a knife blade, I can put it in. This is medium size, so I can't put logs in here. But I can make a log pile, and I'll do that right here. So this stores up to 16 logs, except this is a terrible wood, and I can't do that. Although I can glitch it in there? Question mark? That's kind of... It's unfortunate. Okay, yeah, so these logs aren't great, but they're the only ones here, so I kind of need it right now. But let me... Usually you could put 16 in here, but I know that with these logs, there's a kind of a bug with them, so that'll have to do. But you can store logs in log piles. And so let me put some things in here. For example, my food, it's already starting to decay. How you cut away decay is you have a knife in your inventory, which I don't know if it's actually there. Let me make another knife just to be sure. Oh yeah, there's one right here. But so with your knife in inventory, if you put it in your inventory like this, you'll cut away the decay and it'll use up some durability in the knife. But let me put it in here because these vessels will slow down the decay. And let me reorganize a little bit here. Probably won't need that gravel, the dirt. There's basalt dirt and chert dirt, so that's why that combines. And then of course this metals. So I'm gonna place this here just for storage, and so I can free up my inventory. In the meantime, let's see. I'll probably want javelins. 3 hits of a javelin will basically kill any game mob, so pigs, cows, all that stuff, or meat, deer, or meat as well. So I'll make that, but the hostile mobs are quite dangerous, so I want to avoid them as much as possible. In the meantime, once the night comes around, I would like to gather more wood and then probably start the farm. Planting all this stuff down. If possible, I would like to find different trees, although it doesn't seem like that's likely. Oh, I'm missing a shovel, so create that real quick. Early on, you'll find that you'll eat through these tools like crazy, because stone tools don't have much durability at all. You can sort of see on the left side here, it shows the durability. It's 77. It's 71, sorry. And with this, it's 36, so not great at all. But that's the thing you have to settle with in the Stone Age. I can actually put a few more things in here, so I'll plant these trees down sometime too. Let me put all this down here, that way I can free up inventory space. Probably want to munch on this even as it decays in there. If you eat food and it has decay on it, you won't get poisoned or anything, but you'll just eat away the portion that's not decayed, and the percentage of decay will increase. And as it increases, the edible portions will become less and less, and because there's more decay, it'll basically exponentially grow until the whole thing is unedible, which would be unfortunate. I have to be careful because these probably will burn up when I start up a pit kiln in the future, keeping that in mind. But in the meantime, I guess... that's not great. Don't want that to be there, so to cover that up. Let's see. Probably mine out more here. Yeah. Oh. And you can take damage from the falling, like sand, so be careful there. But that should be okay. I'm gonna cover that back up. I'll use gravel to cover up that other side. Actually, I'm going to pick up this and take some dirt with me as building blocks, or gravel as building blocks. And I'll take this to fill up the hole at the top. So yeah, it's daytime. I can't tell what mob is there. There's a zombie. That's a little concerning. Let me grab the axe. So zombies take damage, more damage from slashing attacks. So there's different kinds of attacks. With a shovel, there's nothing there, but with javelins, you see it's piercing. With this, it's slashing. Knife is also piercing, and then with stuff like a mace or a hammer, it's crushing. So skeletons take more damage from that. Then I guess, let's see, we are safe here. So fill this up. You just right-click here and fill up your water jug, and with this, you can fill up basically half your bar. So it's nice to have that around here. All right, I'm gonna go collect some trees. If I see anything different, I will show it on camera. Otherwise, I'm gonna go collect some stuff and get ready to farm in a little bit. Oh, what is this? So first up, let me mark this as silver ore, or poor silver, but it looks like in the distance we have found some trees. Hallelujah. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. Okay, I realized I probably should have brought my stuff over, so that's a little unfortunate, but now I know where trees are, so I'm gonna have to move over here because otherwise it would be quite hell to start over there. But so let me mark this down as actual trees, then I'll have to come back. So let me save that and immediately head back. I won't collect that because I'll mark it down in a little bit. But I have a long way to travel. See, where am I? I'm currently right about here, and our hidey hole is somewhere right here, so that's quite a distance away. So gonna need to run as fast as I can to get over there. Probably won't make it in time, but no worries. I found some trees that'll make the run a lot better. So unfortunately, a lot of moving here. we found a lot of crops. I'm actually going to mark them down and hope that they don't despawn like they have done previously. Oh, looks like there's some other stuff here. This is poor. All this is poor, which is not nice, but it's still ore though, so mark it down. A lot of ores I found that are poor. So ores, they can have different qualities, and each one means that per ore that you collect, there'll be different amounts of metal in there. So rich will have 35 units, normal will have 25, and poor will have 15. You need 100 units to make an ingot and most early tools, so yeah, it's gonna be a bit unfortunate here. But for now, I will just go and run as much as possible. There's tetrahedrite here, I'll mark that down. That's also copper. Hedrite nugs. That'll be useful later when I need to actually start mining for this. 600 meters away, and it's... I can't even see where the sun is, but it's probably going to be nighttime very soon, so I'll run as much as possible, but probably have to go and hide, just dig down and cover myself with the wood. But let me fill up on this so I don't end up dehydrating. But yeah, once I collect that and stay in my hidey hole, maybe burn and make some more pottery in the meantime. And but once I do that, I will collect my stuff and head out to that new location. We're moving to a place with trees because, as we will see later on, trees. We already saw that it's useful for pottery. I can basically only make one other round of pottery at this point. With the amount of wood I have, but you also need to make charcoal with it for smelting metals down, especially the iron metals. So overall, it's just you kind of need trees, and I kind of don't want to. I kind of want to build a house. I don't want to just be living in a hole all the time. So that's gonna be how it's done. I think pottery-wise, I'm gonna have to make a lot of vessels like this so that I can store all the food that I collect. Probably gonna kill off all these pigs over here, which is a little sad, but also I kind of need the food and also the hide, which will make leather. That'll be important. But anyways, we are back. Probably settle in for the night. I'm going to collect these up so then I can start some pottery. So, I think what I'll make here with all this wood here, I will, let's see, gather some more of this, more of you as well, and I will make some more pottery here. Man, there's not a lot of clay as I hoped here. All of it's sort of just falling, which is not ideal. But hopefully, not a lot of mobs spawn over here. Oh no, broke the campfire. Oh well. Let's see. Okay, now I have enough. I'm going to make more of these vessels and fire these up because my inventory is kind of full. That's an issue early on before I had to get a home, so finding a place to settle down is pretty important. Unfortunately, I don't have the ideal rock types nearby, but at least I have the early game stuff that I sort of need to in order to progress on. So let's make one more of these. Uh-oh. Okay, so with clay, if you mess up and you haven't made any valid recipes yet, you should get the clay back. So if I click here and exit out, you see there's still 21. With stones, if you nap wrong, or if you click wrong, misclick, then once you click in the stone napping GUI, you lose 1 stone. So keep that in mind. Clay is a little more forgiving in that sense, but if you've made a valid recipe and then you try to make something else and you mess up, then you lose it. Let me eat up. And then fire up the pit kiln. I will see you all in the morning when I start collecting everything and killing all nearby wildlife. Until then, peace. So, daytime is approaching, monsters are burning up, and it's time for me to head out. So I guess first thing is I'm gonna have to delete this, because I don't really need the hidey hole here. Or the trees that are decently nearby, because those aren't actually good trees. So I'm gonna collect up this torch and watch everything fall as it happens. But I kind of want that torch. I collect this. Oh, that's not the way up. This is the way up. There we go. But it's about time to head out, so I will go and collect some probably pigs probably first, since probably won't come back here for the pigs. There were pigs nearby, so I think for animals like this, pigs don't run very fast. You can sort of just walk up to them and sorry piggies, I need the meat. And as they get more injured, they'll start slowing down. But here we get some pork and we get some medium rawhide, which is pretty important. So time to go after more pigs. It's a worthy sacrifice or worthy cause for the YouTube series. Long live the pigs. Here we have small and a medium, so we're gonna have to chop you up as well. And later when we get into actual animal breeding, we'll take a look at it, some of the important things here. I just ran out of an axe, so it looks like I'm gonna have to... There we go. There we go. Drop some hide, which is, I think, probably more important at the moment. I know there's some food here, so I have to collect that, and also need to make some more of that axe that just broke here. But yeah, hide will be pretty important, so glad I got that. Although, I would like some sheep. Sheep, I can get some wool, or not wool as in the wool blocks. If I do find some sheep, I'll show, but basically you can't get how you normally do. There's a spider there. Could get some string from them. So let me try this. I know spiders are weak to piercing. So I'll just toss this at the... See if I can do anything there. Oh, nope, I'm definitely not up to fight. Let me collect, if I don't lag, collect back these javelins. You notice the javelins take a lot of damage. So they don't actually last 36 uses when they follow gravity. So if I can aim, there we go. Okay, wait for the spider to come over. Come around, strafe around. Gather back this. And let's see if I can kill off this spider. Are you not mad at me? Oh, okay. Free spider to kill. I kind of want some string for other things early on if I can. How much health do you have? Oh, 200. 200 something. I can almost finish you off. Ah, yeah, there we go. That took all three, but got some string, which is decently useful. But yeah, monsters are pretty overpowered, so best to avoid them early on. Anyways, I'm going to collect some of this. And I'm just going to collect things along the way before I get to the trees. Probably not much to watch here. So I'll cut to when I actually get to our final destination. Alright, we've made it with some time to spare. So I probably need to find some water. Oh, there we go. There's water. Not too much of it, but I guess that's enough to start up a farm. Yeah, I'm probably going to need to set down all of this stuff here first. Collected quite a bit of food along the way. Let me combine these. And I think, yeah, this is now too big, so if I can find... I don't think I can find other things here. Let me just put this down. But so with food, you can't put these here because they're the food that the full food here, when it goes past 80 ounces, it becomes too big to put into clay vessels. I'm just going to set down here all this stuff. But while I was at it, I collected a bunch of food, pigs, and also some... I'm just going to eat from this to reduce it. I also collected some sand because I know I'll need that for later recipes. Is that... Nope, that's not enough. I'm just going to cut one of these. So if you put food in here with a knife, then it'll cut it in half. So that'll be just enough to put in here and store in place. So I'm going to store all of you here. I know I need to now smelt up more. But while I'm here, I'm going to... Let's see. We'll light up the place here to know that this is the spot I want to build in. Oh look, there's tetrahedrite. That's really nice. That's really nice. So this is already looking like a much better spot. Probably gonna, let's see, we can start up the farm maybe on this end. Seems like a good idea. So farm on this end, yeah, there's already stuff here, but that'd be pretty good. Let's see. So with this hoe, of course, you know how this works. You just till the land. There are different modes here. So this is just normal tilling mode. You switch the mode. I've set it to M as the tool rotation. But this checks hydration. So you can check here, hydrated. When it's blue, so it shows it's hydrated. And you can go 4 out. If I go all the way out here, for example, and check, it's dark, which means it's not hydrated. And this actually, you can't really trample it, it just stays there. But if you do break it, for example, you're not going to get the dirt back. And that's just to prevent nutrition duplication, since there's nutrition in the dirt. But you can't see it until you have a metal hoe. So there's also this to check if the crop is harvestable, but with the tooltip right here, that's kind of useless. So really, it's just hydration mode's the most useful because you can till and check for hydration. So I'm just gonna probably make all of this, and since this will hydrate everything here, I will let's see, mine this out. And one thing I do know is that even though I don't know nutrition yet, what I do know is that if you just place dirt down, you won't get nutritious dirt. So your crops won't grow as fast. What you want to do is have grass grow over it, and that sort of replenishes the nutrition on the dirt. So you can see how that can be abused. Let's see, this goes out 1, 2, 3, 4, so extends all the way to... Oh, actually, I can't even do that because I don't have a pickaxe yet. But I will soon, so I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, you can see how that can be abused for nutrition. For now, I'm just gonna, I guess, till all of this here. You can see it's all... There's all still water here. This goes out 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, look at that. That's really nice. There we go. I'll probably start on this end right here. Actually, let's see. This goes out 1, 2, 3, 4. This actually goes 1, 2, 3. So this will probably still be hydrated. There's stone here, so that's kind of sad, but also hydrated here. So I'll start here by planting all the seeds. So onions, peppers, carrots were some other ones that I collected. I know that the ones that I haven't gotten any fruit from or vegetables from, I kind of want to plant those. So jute and wheat, I want to plant those. So jute will be useful for fibers, so I really do want to plant these. And then wheat would be nice to have some grains, so I'll plant a good number of this. Carrots, yeah, we'll replenish like a row of carrots here. Some yellow peppers, and also some onions. I'm just planting them down. What else is here? Red peppers, but I know there's some over there. But okay. Let's see, this is where some of my other stuff is. So before I get in chests, which will require me getting a saw, Before I get that, unfortunately, I'm going to rely on this. But I will need quite a few of these just to keep my food anyways until I get like an ice, basically an ice cellar to keep the food from rotting. Which, those are pretty cool, but until then, I'm going to have to rely on this. So I'm going to stick this back in here. Sort of plant this, and you can notice, you can sort of see that despite it being super dark outside, there are no mobs really nearby, so that's nice. I can do things, although I do see that skeleton over there, so I gotta be careful. Not completely immune. Okay, I'm gonna till here, place that last one down. Nice. Alright, not gonna go chop down any trees yet, but it would be nice to get some more trees. I do know I will need a saw mold and a pro pick mold, so let me just make those real quick. Along with a few other things that I need. So, a saw mold is sort of just, you take the diagonal, and you take the ones that are close to the diagonal here, and then also the one that's over here. That gets you a saw mold. Be careful because a sword mold is pretty close to that, yeah, I'm gonna just make it here. Place this down here. Next is, I already have a pick mold. I'll place this down so it's not carrying it. I'll need a pro pick mold, so this is just like an L plus a little bit here. The prospector's pick makes it so then I can check the area for any traces of metal, and I can show that once I get that. But those two are important. What else do I need? I will need ingot molds for later on, so I just might as well start making them right now. Alright, so let's place this down. Do I have enough wood? I do. I'm going to use up all these stupid via logs. Get things settled in. Probably need another fire starter. So this one probably won't light it. Oh, and it did. Well, I need one anyways for the future, but that's nice. But I think this might be a good place to end off this episode. Let me switch over. Alright, so what did we do this episode? That's kind of bad. Let me move forward. I'm not used to moving in F5 mode. But what we did, well, we spawned in and we realized that we were in a pretty terrible situation, but we found ourselves a better place. There's water here, so I won't dehydrate myself. And there's trees back there, as you can see in the map. I see the zombies, unfortunately, so let me flip back over. Yep, this is going to be bad. Because of zombies. Let me see if I can make them path over to the fire. That'd help out tremendously. Yes. Okay, zombies actually don't have that much health, which is nice. But they drop some pretty useless things. I don't think flesh is useful, but I'll keep that for now. But as the day turns to night, night turns into day, we'll close out this episode and hopefully not die in this hardcore series. We'll see a little bit more of why this is so difficult and grindy, but also why I think it's fun, because it emulates reality in a little bit. But that'll wrap it up for this episode. If you enjoyed, please consider liking. If you enjoy my content, you think other people would enjoy it as well, consider subscribing. Anyways, that'll be it. Take care, stay humble, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye-bye.